Hey everybody, Dr. Nadia Azar for Drum Talk TV here at the NAMM Show 2019. I'm here with David Keith from Richie Blackmore's Rainbow and Blackmore's Night. David, how you doing?
I'm doing great, thank you. How are you doing?
I am doing great. I am holding up great. It's been a crazy day, but it's been a lot of fun. Yourself?
Same. I still have a little bit of voice left, so.
I'm amazed that I do after all of this. So this is one of our live Q&A sessions, so if you're watching out there, feel free to join in, comment, tell us who you are, tell us your name, where you're from, and we're going to be talking about drumming-related injuries. So if you've experienced a playing-related injury, tell us what it was, tell us a little bit about it. So, David, have you ever experienced a drumming-related injury?
I certainly have. When I was 18, I was diagnosed with carpal tunnel syndrome. A lot of you guys probably have it. The little tiny bones in your wrist start to constrict, and you get little tingly things fall asleep. It's not fun. So I was supposed to have surgery when I was 19. I really didn't want to do that. So I started looking up alternative things. One of the first things I tried were rare earth magnets. And I got these things, they looked like gauntlets. They were these big giant things, and they had huge magnets in them. They looked awful. But I swear to you, I put them on, about 10 minutes later, I started to feel a cool sensation, and it really helped a lot. The next thing was I met a guy who was a hand specialist. He taught me exercises to stretch out. So you want to start, you warm up, maybe 5-10 minutes, get some heat into your hands. You want to stop, you want to breathe, take a deep breath, breathe in, exhale while you're giving a little bit of pressure, not too much. Little pressure this way, roll around this way, around that way, and just stretch everything out, take your time, loosen things up, play a little more, maybe do it a couple of times. That makes a huge difference. You want to get everything loose before you go on stage.
So roughly, about how long time-wise do you do that for? 5 minutes or?
Yeah, really, as long as it takes to cycle through all the exercises on both hands, maybe 5 minutes. You don't want to rush it. You want to just take your time with it.
So is that the main one? Have you had anything since then?
Main stuff. Since then, I've been, I don't really drink a whole lot of alcohol. I drink a little bit, that's cool, but you don't want to do anything in excess. You want to do everything in moderation, including moderation itself, naturally. When I first wake up in the morning, I make a hot drink that's about 6 ounces of hot water with a tablespoon of raw honey in it. I would say probably a 1-inch square piece of ginger sliced up and a half a lemon squeezed into it. You mix that up and drink it hot. It gets everything working. It helps flush your kidneys out, kind of wakes up your body a little bit, and you feel it right away. It's a great thing.
Yeah, awesome. Sounds good. So in terms of your wrist injury, your carpal tunnel, did you have to make any changes to your technique or the way you play or your playing habits to help manage that and help get through it?
Yeah. I started paying attention to my posture, which sounds weird, but everything is connected. I was super slouchy before. I was just bent over. I was feeling it, my hands are up here. I started to try to sit up a little bit more, and just you want to be relaxed. Everything, you want to have it flow out through you. So if you get, you don't have to be stiff, but you want to just be comfortable. You want to have everything laid out so you can easily get to it. You don't want to be straining anything. That'll make a huge difference.
Absolutely, definitely. And actually, you make a good point about your posture helping your wrists, because I've spoken to my friend who's a chiropractor, and I've read a little bit about a lot of times people feel tension in their wrists and they think oh no, I'm getting carpal tunnel. Yeah. Really, the issue sometimes is not in your wrists, it's in your neck.
Yeah.
Absolutely, or it could be further up your upper limb or something. Sure. So there's a whole chain of connection there that it might not be in the wrist. You might have to investigate other areas. So
I have a little bit of the cubital tunnel, which is it comes through here. It's your funny bone area. I have some issues with that too. And that's the same kind of thing. Everything is all connected. So you want to just try and stay loose if you can, and stretch out, get warm, stretch, take care of yourself.
Awesome. Now, what about in terms of taking care of yourself? You've already told us about the drink you have in the morning that's sort of anti-inflammatory properties and things. Is there anything else you do off the kit to keep yourself in peak condition to be able to handle the demands of playing the drums?
Definitely. My wife and I, hi Robin, we try to hike as often as we can and try to do something that has some incline to it, different pitches, different, up and down a little bit. It's great to not just walk on a flat surface. You want to get out somewhere that has varied surfaces, rocks and things like that, and it gets all of your little muscles working, all of the little things that don't work when you're just walking up and down the road. You want to try and, get as much of that as you can. I do a little bit of yoga type stuff too, just some basic things like that. That's fantastic. I can't say enough good things about that. Let's see, what else do we do? I was doing some carpentry work for a while actually too. And that's great because you're doing something different. You're physically exercising, nothing that's the same all the time, no repetitive, like same. You want to get out there and move different ways, move different parts of your body anytime that you can. Just stuff to get your heart rate up.
Absolutely. And I like what you said about changing up the muscles that you're using or doing activities that stress different areas.
Yeah.
And I've asked a few people about this too, so I'll ask you the same question. Do you ever practice using different grips for your drumsticks to be able?
Richie, I do a lot of other different types of gigs. So, if you're in a low volume situation, obviously you're not going to be using a marching stick. But I think that's a great thing because you get to use, if you're doing brushes, doing some mallet work, things like that. I recently started using, I play Vader drumsticks, and they have a great stick wrap that's it's tacky, and it has a little bit of squish to it, and it makes the overall diameter of the stick a little bit bigger. So you can get a bigger stick. It's easier to grip onto without adding any weight to it, which is a great thing as well. So that's been huge for me too. You can, get a better grip on things. And if you sweat a lot like I do, it kind of helps soak some of that up. Because when your sticks get slippery, that is the worst thing in the world. Those things are going to slip out of your hand. So that's something to try if you haven't before, for sure.
Awesome. Thanks so much for sharing that. So, guys, if you're watching and you want to comment and later share your thoughts on using stick tape or other injuries or what you do to help mitigate some of those things, send them in the comments. Even if we're not live anymore, other people might be chiming in. It's always good as part of the community to hear what other people are doing. So thank you, David, so much for joining me today. Thanks, everyone, for watching me, Dr. Nadia Azar, with David Keith here on Drum Talk TV. Stay tuned for more interviews from me and the rest of the Drum Talk TV team.